I'd like to learn something.
What is this about?
Could you tell me how to treat a wounded dog?
Thanks. I'll teach you one trick, but it'll take time to learn it.
Hey, I've got some nice stuff here, if you're interested.
I'm happy to stop by.
Did you hear about what happened at the Big Wheel?
At the mill?
Yeah, the place by the Zherovka Street.
Greetings. What's going on here?
What the fuck do you think is going on? Want to trade? Or are you just here to blather?
Trader? More like a robber, I'll wager.
You'd better watch yourself. You think you know who you're dealing with? But try your luck, and you'll find out.
War's a bitch, but robbing the defenseless is even worse.
We didn't start it. We farmed our fields and provided for our families. But now that's all fucking gone, so don't you bloody preach to me about life.
Let's do business.
You're on. No bullshitting. That's how I like it.
Let's talk about the price.
Sure. Why not?
How's this?
More. Aye, you'll convince me with that price. I hope you'll be satisfied, my friend.
I'll have a look at the wares. I'd like to do something about that price.
Sure. Why not?
Do you accept?
We're getting close. Lower your price a little more, and we can shake hands. Aye, you'll convince me with that price. Thank you, and a good day to you, friend. Good day. God bless.
I'm here then. You said in the alehouse that you could do with a helping hand at the forge, didn't you?
I could. My last two hands, well, they're not worth mentioning. And what with the wedding coming up, the work is piling up. Ah, what's your name? Henry?
That's right.
You said something in the tavern about being a blacksmith's son, didn't you?
Aye, that's me. My father was a swordsmith, and not just any. He even forged swords for the nobility.
For the nobility, eh? Well, that kind of experience would come in very handy for me indeed. As it happens, I have to forge a wedding present for young Lord Semine. A fine sword.
So you'll take me on?
Hold your horses. I'll have to try you out first. You could forge me a hunting sword as a test, so I can see if you can make a straight blade. That shouldn't give you much trouble if your father was a swordsmith, should it?
Sure thing. I can get started right away.
Great. Find some iron and get started then.
Iron?
You can't make a sword out of butter, but if you don't have your own stuff, you can get everything from the chest in my forge. Go over to the anvil and let's get started. Furnace is cold now. Give it a practice try. Some things, like swords, are too long to fit in the fire. You have to heat it up, but try poking it around for a bit. Now get the furnace nice and hot. There's a lever above. Give it a pull. Works better. You can tell the temperature by the color, but you won't be able to tell when it's in the fire. You have to take it out and take a look. Try it out. See? That's exactly the straw color we want. You've got talent, lad. Now heat up the whole thing. The whole thing is heated up now, so come over to the anvil. Try moving the sword along the anvil so you can get the hang of it. Now take the hammer and try hitting it a few times. See the sparks? That's the sign of a good strike. The more sparks, the better. Also, you can hammer with different degrees of power. A stronger hit will do more, but it'll tire you out faster. Try giving it a few blows, as hard as you can, so I can see how strong you are. That's got a nice ring to it. Of course, if it was all about hitting an anvil with a hammer, any dolt could do it. You've got to hammer the workpiece evenly. One hit next to the other. Very nice. You're doing just fine. But when I say evenly, I mean it. A sword has two sides, like a lot of other things, including myself. Turn it over and continue on the other side. Nice. Now try forging it on both sides. The closer it is to being finished, the more it will take on the shape you want. It'll cool off soon anyway. It's cooled now. You can't do it all in one go. You've got to put it back in the furnace from time to time. Sometimes you've got to go there and back all day. But it's all part of the craft. Now, get back to the forge and heat it all up again, like before. The whole thing is heated up now, so come over to the anvil. Besides the sparks, you can tell a good strike by the sound it makes. See how it's taking on the right shape? That's how you can tell it's almost finished. Now, I've got a piece of advice for you. Hammer to a rhythm. When I hammer a piece to a beat, the work goes by easier. Sometimes I'll whistle. There you go. You've got it finished. All that's left is to temper it, and the sword will be done. The rest is just tweaking. Right. Let's have a look. Very nice work. Your father taught you the trade well.
He'd certainly be happy to hear that.
If you carry on hammering as well as you did today, you've definitely got a job here. Even so, keep in mind, it's all about making sure every strike does its job. That's why you can't let it get cold, or keep striking the same spot. If you work evenly, each strike falling right next to the last one, you can't go wrong. Got that? Or is there something else you want to ask about?
Thanks. That's all I need to know.
You can sleep in the chamber by the woodshed. And there's a chest where you can keep your things. And of course, you can use the forge anytime you want. Any questions?
Where can I get materials?
You can buy some essentials from me. But if you want to make a fancy sword with lots of ornamentation, you'll have to look elsewhere. This is just a village, you know. The locals ain't after luxury. They can't afford it neither.
What can I do with the items I've forged?
Well, you can sell them, though you probably won't have much luck around here. But I'll happily buy some of the nicer things from you.
Where exactly is my bed?
At the side of the house, there are 2 doors and a wheelbarrow between them. You go in by the rear door, next to the woodshed, and you can put your things in the chest there. Don't worry, nobody'll steal them.
What now?
What do you think? You're not going to be idle. I'll find you some work to do right away. You're pretty good at swords, but what the locals really need is axes and horseshoes. Right, here are some simple drawings that show what they're both supposed to look like. And some iron. You can get down to it right away.
Just like that? You aren't going to help me?
Sakura, lad. I chose you because you already know a thing or two. I'm not going to look over your shoulder all bloody day. You take care of these smaller jobs. Forge away as long as you're able, and then sell it all. Once you've made some coin and feel like being out in the open again, I'll give you some more interesting work. Excuse me?
I'm so hungry I could eat a horse. I could go for something to eat now. got it done. And that's it. Hungry, I could eat a horse.
Good to see you. Maybe next time.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
What a day.
Good. This won't take long now. You said you have some more interesting work for me. What would that be?
It's about those two idiot hands of mine, Venser and Franzi. They drove off with a cart full of goods towards Semin, and they never came back.
Do you want me to find them?
Just so. But more importantly, I want to know where my cart ended up, and especially the cargo. Go to Semin and find out what the bloody hell happened.
Have you any idea which way they might have gone? I could have a look along the way. Maybe their cart broke down or something.
There's only one road to Semin that can take a cart. It leads from Takov to Truskovitz, and then to the south. But I've got a bad feeling they got up to no good in Semin.
Those two hands of yours, Venser and Franzi, what can you tell me about them?
Can't tell you much. They're wandering laborers. I don't think they wanted to stay here with me for long. but these days I can use all the help I can get.
Were they suspicious in any way?
No, they worked hard. They ain't no slackers. And I can't say that about everyone.
What was the cart carrying?
Bugger and bollocks. All sorts of stuff. I'd say Lord Samin wants to rearm his garrison with new equipment. There were some hunting swords, bastard swords, crossbow bolts. I also fixed the trigger on young Samin's crossbow. And some kitchen stuff. Sacks of charcoal, all sorts of things. There's a good month's work in that cartload.
All right. I'll get right on it then.
Go ahead. And if you find that pair of fools drunk, kick their asses for me.
Gladly. I'll kick some sobriety into them. I'd like to learn something.
What do you want to know?
Well, I'm experienced in blacksmithing, but I won't say no to a new trick.
Great. Let's get to it. Learning this trick will take some time. Take care, friend.
I should eat something. Show me your wares.
I hope you'll be satisfied, my friend.
Good to see you. God bless you.
Good day to you.
How you doing? I'm Henry.
Nice to meet you. I'm Zdeněk. I'm a storyteller. I could tell you stories so sad they'd make the devil cry. Or would you prefer something so scary it'll make the hairs on your ass turn white? But it's a lot of hard work for me. Now, if you had something to drink or a couple of groschen, that might help loosen my tongue.
I know quite a few stories myself. How about a trade? A story for a story.
All right, then. But if it's the one about the magic porridge pot, don't bother. I've heard it 100 times. And that story always leaves me feeling hungry.
I know a romantic tale about a knight, his lady love, and 3 impossible tasks he had to undertake to win her heart. He had to bring her the sweetest wine, tame the wildest horse, and make a crown with the rarest gem.
And then? But what happened when he'd done all 3?
Oh, the lady of his heart showed her gratitude by giving him the most precious thing she had. And I'm not talking about gold.
Ho! A raunchy ending. That'll be popular with the lads round here. If I were you, I'd make it longer. To last a whole evening. Add a wicked stepmother, that sort of thing. It'll be a hit. And now, I'll tell you a tale in return. So what kind of story would you like to hear?
Tell me a sad story.
Wise choice. Nothing better than a nice tragedy. What's more, when people cry, they get thirsty. So then they need another drink, and sometimes buy me one too. So, once upon a time, there lived in these very lands 2 brothers. The older was called Kuba, the younger, Matthias. They were both woodcutters, like their father and his father before him. One day, at the height of summer, they were working in the woods. The air was as hot as a furnace, so Matthias went to a nearby pond to cool himself. But as he was leaning over the cold water, there was a loud splash. His axe had got loose from his belt. In haste, he began to search the muddy bed of the pond, and his hands soon touched something hard and heavy. He pulled it out and could not believe his eyes. He pulled out an axe. Yes, but not his old one. It was an axe made of pure silver.
Good God. I'd grab that without a second thought.
Maybe you would, but Matthias would never. He was an honest man, and with a big swing he threw the silver axe back. He searched the pond again, and this time he pulled out his own axe. Nothing but dull iron and old wood.
I reckon that was the right choice. Who knows who the silver axe belonged to?
Well, quite. Listen on. Matthias was just about to leave when suddenly a water goblin came out of the pond, silver axe in his hands, and he said, "You're a righteous man, Matthias, and for your honesty, you may keep both axes." Matthias, not hanging around for the goblin to change his mind, took up both axes, gave us thanks, and ran to tell Kuba all about it. Kuba, however, was not best pleased with his little brother's fortune. He deeply envied Matthias for his newfound wealth. So, he set out to try the same thing. He ran as fast as his legs could carry him straight to the pond, threw his own axe in, and began a pretend search for it. Yet Kuba had no luck. He pulled out the axe he'd thrown in himself. So he tried again. Tricked by sunlight, he grabbed something shiny, only to pull out his old iron axe again. Enraged, he hurled his axe back into the water and yelled, "Fuck this axe! I want a silver one!" But the water goblin heard his shameful cry and was greatly upset by Kuba's greed. So, when Kuba reached down into the water for a 3rd time, the water goblin seized his hand, pulled him down whole to the dark depths, and drowned him.
Oh, that's so cruel. I feel sorry for Kuba.
Aye, and so did Matthias. He went to the water goblin and begged for his brother's body so he could take him home and bury him. But the path back from the pond led over a steep hill, and carrying the weight of the waterlogged body exhausted Matthias. He stopped to rest by an old oak tree, and he used a silver axe to cut off a branch that would serve as a walking stick. But it wasn't enough. Somehow, it was still getting harder to continue up the hill. Then Matthias realized it wasn't his brother's body that was weighing him down. It was the silver axe. The axe was the cause of all this trouble. So he started bashing the silver axe against a big stone with all his might, trying to destroy it. Yet no matter what, he couldn't even make a dent. With the last of his strength, Matthias climbed to the top of the hill. He knew he could go no further, so he found a pretty spot with a view over the valley and dug his brother a grave. There, he buried both his brother and the silver axe that had brought such pain upon them. His final act was to stick the oak branch in the ground by the grave. But lo and behold, the branch grew green leaves and became a tree. The locals have had no dealings with the water goblin since then, but some have had the bad luck to bump into him. And when you walk by the pier, where it all happened, you can still hear his chuckling.
That was a very nice story.
Story? What story? It's the truth.
Why hasn't anyone gone looking for the axe then?
Because it brings misfortune. Didn't you listen to me at all? Look for yourself if you wish. Rock Tower Pond isn't far from here. The Water Goblin's Pier is somewhere among the reeds. But leave me out of it. I'm fine here with my drink. See you later.
You having problems with the Jelliavites?
Not just me, my friend. They're the biggest bastards around. They've been nothing but trouble for years. The winter before last, they piled snow in front of everyone's doors at night, so no one could get out of their house. And last year, they broke into my cellar and pissed in my beer barrel.
Gracious. I hope you got your aim back on them.
Not yet, no. But since you're here, I've got a plan you could help me out with. I'd pay you well. You can count on that.
What exactly would you like me to do?
Don't worry. I won't make you do any shoveling or pissing anything. But I'll tell you exactly what I have in mind, only after you promise to help me. I'd hate to reveal my plan, only for you to go off and tell the Jelliavites right away.
All right. I'll help you.
Listen up then. Old Albram, the owner of the biggest plot of land in Jelliov, has this beautiful bull. White as snow he is, the finest animal far and wide. Obviously, he's very proud of it. Very protective too. Now you, will give his beautiful snow-white bull a nice new coat of paint. Albram is going to lose his mind. Simple, right?
Painting a bull, eh? That sounds like fun.
Right. We just have to work out a few details. First, we have to get some paint. I don't reckon we'll be able to get any here in the village, but you can try and ask Bartoszek, the tailor in Trotskovitz. I hear he dyes his own fabric. And after that, we'll have to make sure the bull stays still while you're painting it. Try asking Radovan, the local blacksmith. I hear he can make some kind of sleeping potion. If you pour it in the bull's water trough, I'm sure it'll do the trick. But watch out. That beast is enormous. You'd better put at least 3 doses of the potion in there.
You know how it is. It's easy to forget.
All right then. Albram's bull will be getting a new coat of paint.
Albram's going to lose his mind. I can't wait. And remember, it's supposed to be a joke. If you get caught or something goes wrong, the whole thing will be ruined.
Right. So I need paint, sleeping potions, and to not get caught.
I apologize.
I need something that'll put animals to sleep. Prochek said you might know something.
Did you get tired of blacksmithing and take up farming instead? I just happen to know of something. I used a concoction that will put even a startled mare to sleep in no time. I once accidentally drank some and slept for 3 days. But the recipe is an old blacksmith's secret. The kind you don't just give away. You're in the trade, so I can tell you. Listen up then. You take some poppy and thistle and boil them in oil. Then, after it cools off, you add a little herb Paris.
Comprou um hidratante, recentemente a gente comprou um aqui pra casa também. Você falou alguma coisa de Girls Math. O que que é isso?
That doesn't sound too complicated. Thank you.
Lógica básica. Não entendi. Basicamente eu ia tomar um banho de vidro com a família, ia ser 200. Como eu não fui, eu ganhei R$ 200. Eu saí de 27, então saiu de graça porque aqueles R$ 200 não existem mais. Ok. O nome disso é empreendimento. Empreendedorismo, na real. Ganhei 100 e poucos reais. É isso. Aproveitamento. E mais de 100%. Se eu ficar sem almoçar, eu tô ganhando R$ 30 pra gastar com o que eu quiser. É, mas ficar sem almoçar é meio foda, né? Vai nessa que uma hora vai cair dura pro lado e é isso. Pressão baixa. Se bem que... quantos anos mais ou menos você tem? Imagino que você seja adolescente, então não deve ter problema com pressão baixa. Mas... não sei, é perigoso. Impressionada como ser um facial que eu comprei é bom. Qual marca que você comprou? A Fabiana que gosta muito dessas coisas. Mesmo falando de skincare, etc. Melu. Tem algum aroma ou é neutro? Esse não. Muito bom. É de conta-gotas? Tipo R$ 13. R$ 13 num serum realmente é muito barato. Você comprou isso onde? Farmácia, local especializado? Realmente é muito barato. Lojinha? Caramba, foi um machado. Qual cidade que eu tô? Mas tipo, a marca em si é barata. É o que? É só hidratante? Ah, não, é serum, você falou. Ignora. Distrai. Marca de maquiagem. Já usou algo antes dela?
I'm always glad to
Listen,
see polite
I
people
have to
like
warn you about the greatest evil and danger on God's earth. Men's cruelty and wickedness. You may say that God created Adam and all men in his image, so they can't be all that bad. But that's just what they want you to think. They're the ones claiming it's in Scripture. Who knows what's really in it and what they've made up? And if only lying was the worst of it. But you know full well they steal and kill and rape poor, defenseless women. Fair maidens, protect your innocence. Run to the nunnery and give yourselves to God. And if it's too late for you, go home. All it takes is a bit of nightshade in your husband's food, and you'll be safe again. God will understand. Don't fear God. Fear men.
Por
got the guts to say it out
da
loud.
pele, que é mais grossa, por conta dos pelos faciais. Aumentar o mic? Eu tô falando meio baixo porque a Fabiana tá dormindo aqui atrás. Pera aí. Um minutinho. Ah, entendi. Entendi. Acho que agora você deve estar me escutando melhor. O tratamento com hormônio você já começou a fazer?
Greetings to you.
Ah, entendi. Opa, por que eu tô levantando os braços? Teve uma menina no meu antigo trabalho que ela fez toda essa passagem também. E olha, ela fala que teve um momento que ela só queria se explodir por conta da quantidade de hormônios que tinha dentro dela. Ela ria e chorava ao mesmo tempo, gritava, soltava. Depois de um tempo passou. Mas ela falou que no começozinho, umas 2, 3 semanas, foi um inferno na vida dela.
I've heard you dye your own fabric.
I used to. I tried a
Tem
few
só 17.
times,
Você pode
but I
começar o
had to give
tratamento
it up.
a partir dos 18?
Troskovitz is on a hill, and
Eu
there's
já
not
sou
enough
assim, então tá
water for
ótimo.
that.
É foda.
Why'd you
Mas
ask?
ela falou
I'd like to buy some
que
pigment.
é uma briga de
see.
hormônios dentro do corpo dela,
Perhaps I
então
could find some
ela não sabia o que ela
leftover
tava
black.
sentindo direito. É loucura.
If you have enough groschen, it's yours.
All right, here's the money.
And here's the paint. Be careful not to stain yourself. Quality material like this doesn't come off easily. Is that all? Or is there anything else I can do for you?
Começa a partir dos 16, só que né, família conservadora e tal, tive que lutar muito pra começar cedo. Pô, talvez essa pergunta seja muito invasiva. Talvez não, ela é. Se você não quiser responder, tudo bem. Mas como que é a sua relação com a sua família?
Excuse
Referente a
me.
isso.
I'm looking for someone. A friend of mine. The one who ended up in the pillory with me.
Loads of people have been in the pillory, and you know what it's like. I'm really busy right now.
You haven't seen him then? Tall,
Eles
fair-haired,
aceitaram numa
fancies himself
boa
and talks like a
Eu não
noble.
vou fazer muita pergunta, se
Sorry,
você quiser
but
falar.
I'm swamped with work because of
eu
the
tô curioso.
Semine wedding.
Eu sou muito curioso.
Everyone wants
Se
new
você quiser
clothes
falar,
from me.
eu sou todo
Even
ouvido.
Bashka the
No
butcher
caso,
ordered a
olha.
jacket fit for a king, and he isn't even going to the wedding. So no, I haven't seen your friend, and I can't help you. Sorry.
Tipo, os dois são religiosos, ex-militares e conservadores. Nossa, que combo. Nossa, que combo.
I'll have a look at the wares.
Deve ser barra pra você. Deve ser muita barra. Então, desde criança eu tô fazendo briga com esses assuntos, literalmente. Nossa. Mas hoje ainda existe confusão por conta disso ou já é mais aceito por eles? Sua filha com 2 anos começa a precisar de terapias psicológicas e eles tendem a mudar um pouco. Nossa, foi muito cedo mesmo, 12 anos. Hoje eles me ajudam do jeito deles. Minha mãe ainda é mais chatinha por causa de religião. Agora meu pai é bem mais de boa. Você frequenta a igreja com eles ou... não? De eu ser morta, espancada. Isso sim, isso eu entendo o lado dele, porque o Brasil é um país que é meio absurdamente homofóbico, apesar de ser liberal. Os países daqui do Ocidente eles são melhores para isso do que os países do Oriente, sem sombra de dúvidas. Mas o Brasil ele tem um grau de violência desnecessária muito alto. E por ser um país religioso, se você é um pouco diferente, as coisas tendem a complicar bastante. Então eu compreendo a preocupação do seu pai. Ele até me deu um cacetete de metal e um taser. O cacetete eu não acho que vai ajudar muito, mas o taser é uma ótima ideia. Um taser, um spray de pimenta. Tem um spray de pimenta que é maravilhoso. Você taca no olho do maluco, o maluco não enxerga nunca mais. A expectativa de mulher estando no Brasil é 35 anos, tô com 17, só vou dizer isso pra gente aproveitar. As coisas eu acho que com o tempo tendem a melhorar, na teoria. Prefiro acreditar que vai melhorar do que piorar. Nossa, que negócio caro! Negócio caro 2. Eu vou continuar assim mesmo, e é isso.
I'd like to do something about that price.
Alright, I'm listening.
Salve, salve, só passei pra dar salve. Fala, Brunão, beleza, cara? Sim, é vício, eu tô jogando literalmente o dia inteiro. É que eu tô gravando esse jogo pro
Is this
YouTube.
enough?
Aí, como
Offer
ele
a
lançou
bit
o modo
more and we can
hardcore
make a
hoje,
deal.
aí é um jogo que eu gosto bastante.
Satisfied?
Eu
Look,
tô
offer a bit
jogando e
more and
depois
we
eu
can
vou
make a
cortar as
deal.
partes e postar no YouTube. Tipo, antes era 34 e sim, depois do governo passou a aumentar pra 35. Pera. Hã? Buguei. Ah, tá, sim, entendi, ok.
You'll convince me with that price. You'll be satisfied? Take care.
To the nunnery and give yourself to God. And
Deus,
if
cara,
it's
tá
too
falando de
late
Deus
for
ainda.
you, go home.
Abaixa o som
All
desse
it
jogo,
takes is a
será
bit of
melhor
nightshade.
instrumento. Ok, abaixo.
God will
Cadê o microfone? Aqui. O jogo tem um som tão bom. Tá, eu ia fazer alguma coisa por aqui. Hoje tenho aula 6, aí é 5h20, né? Ah, não quero fazer essa missão dos comandos agora não, ou quero, bora.
Greetings. Do you need something?
I came to apologize for the fight that me and Lord Capon started. If we caused any damages, I'll take care of them.
It's all water under the bridge. You've served your penance by carrying them sacks, and I'm sure you won't forget about the stocks anytime soon either, eh? So we're square. If you want to help me out, though, I do know something you could do. There's a group of humans at the table over there, and they want some food, but, well, I don't know. I'm scared of them.
Should I kick them out?
No, a guest's a guest, and coin's coin, but do you think you could serve them for me? Better to have a fella deal with them.
What are humans doing in Troskovitz anyway?
Beats me. I reckon Sigismund sent them.
But if that was the case, he'd order them to pillage and murder, not sit around in a tavern.
Look, all I know is that they're sitting in my yard, are hungry, and have a pile of groschen that I could really use.
All right. But I'm not sure I'll understand them.
You'll manage. One of them speaks our language. But be quick about it. They're starting to make the locals nervous.
Quais vão ser as matérias de hoje, Paulo?
Looks like
Vai
he's
estudar o quê?
about to pounce on them. And no more fighting. I want this to go smoothly.
Eu já acusava essa de bruxaria só pelo meme. Pior que tem uma missão que tem uma curandeira que faz as poções, aí estão os caras querendo tacar fogo nela, acusando de bruxaria, eu tenho que proteger ela, ou tacar fogo junto. Hoje vai ter 2 matemáticas seguidas e outra que nem lembra. Ah, 2 de matemática seguida, que delícia. Melhor matéria.
We do not want much. Just some bread and something beside. Maybe a bit of sausage.
Do you have money?
We have, and we pay for everything. On my name, not Vasco.
O nome do cara é Vasco. E é Vasco da Gama. É o gigante, não tem como. Opa, não, olhar errado. Hoje é mais pra recuperação, creio que eu não fiquei em nenhum. Recuperação? Ah tá, fim de trimestre, né?
What are you here for today?
Mulher errada de novo. Cadê a taverneira? É você? Não, ela é empregada. Ué, gente, cadê a taberneira? Perdi ela. Ah, ela tá aqui.
My thoughts exactly.
Não, ela é empregada.
Like we should be living in fear for our women in our own village.
É bimestre aí? Tá. Era bimestre, foi pra trimestre, voltou pra bimestre de novo? Que na época que eu estudava era trimestre. Os humanos querem pequeninos.
I spoke to the Cumans. They want some bread and sausage.
Do they have money?
Well, they say they do. They promised to pay for everything.
Well,
Queria a melhor nota na prova de química, acredita? Tá estudando o que em química? Essa prova foi de que exatamente?
Don't you dare take anything else, you hear?
Esse meio. Ah, é. Bom, parabéns por não ter levado bomba igual o restante das pessoas. Química orgânica. Ah, orgânica é bacana, pô.
I mean, you got that lesson.
Here you go.
A maioria tira 2,5.
Thank you.
Pior que química, sempre é o nêmesis da galera no ensino médio, é impressionante.
They can go to hell.
What were you thinking coming here? Cumans don't exactly have the best reputation around here.
We don't want trouble. We're just hungry. We had enough of that. Back at camp. We just want to eat something good for change.
The locals don't want you here, and neither do I. The less Cumans I meet in my lifetime, the better.
Not all humans say. But what you say, we eat and we go.
Finish eating and go back to where you came from. You've no business being here.
Take it easy, friend. We do nothing to you.
No, not you personally, but I've dealt with Cumans before. You're all the same.
Elob tuj, ostan ite. Do not judge a book by its cover.
You should get the fuck out of here. You hear me? You Hungarian pork sausage?
Agora matemática geral se fodeu. Assuntozinho chato. Eu entregou as provas em branco ou nada a ver e eu caguei muito nessa aí. Quanto que você tirou na de matemática?
Easy, fella. They just want to eat their food in peace and leave.
You seem very sure about that. Last time you got into a brawl here yourself, and now you're going to preach to us about peace? Oh shit. I say we smash their teeth in and be done with it.
You seem to have forgotten I'm standing between you and them.
Are you asking for a beating? You got your ass kicked once. I'd be happy to kick it again. Do I make myself clear, you cunt? Out, now!
Jag har med ju för later.
All right, we go.
Peter! What did you just say? Fuck that shit! Hey, where do you think you're going? Did you really just spit on me, you scum?
He not mean it. He go too far.
And who's gonna pay?
We no eat anything. You take food back.
So our food ain't the gentleman's taste, eh? Maybe they'd rather wear it on their heads instead. What about you, lad? Will you help us kick these pigs out of here?
Leave them alone.
You're defending those horse fuckers. Birds of a feather, eh?
You don't even know who they are.
You think I don't? They're fucking humans. They burn and pillage every village they come across, and you're standing up for them. You fucking traitor.
Szép találat!
Turn you into a sausage, you Hungarian swine.
I no wanted fight. We go now.
Isso. O que você falou? Era uma consulta livre, uma bosta, tá ligado? As explicações eram tipo blá 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 blá. A prova também disse que nas páginas sorte que eu decorei, o assunto era área e volume de pirâmides, prismas, cilindros, etc. Não.
Hey, did something happen? Wake up!
My hair.
Are you all right? What happened?
God be with you. Keep the... Excuse me.
Wake up! Come on!
Deixa eu falar com esses humanos. Pera, eu não quero fazer nada lá agora. Não, deixa eu só falar com eles. Porque, sei lá, ninguém sabe o que é uma apótema. Não faço a menor ideia também.
How are you doing?
Friend Benless. Thanks, friend. I not expect. No worry, we repay you. Come to our camp. We will drink together.
Thanks for the invitation, but I have to take care of some things first.
Sabe a
Where can I
cagada
find
que
you
eu dei
later?
o livro
We
que o
make
prof me
tents
deu
right
pra
under
ver que
big
tava
rock
rabiscado.
on bank of pond. People call it tower or something like.
All right. I'll try to find you there.
Gastou a sorte de ganhar na Mega Sena aí. Eu quero vender alguma coisa por aqui. Ou não. Tá, eu tô em Troskovitz. Eu tenho que vir pra cá. Pra achar a porra da pótema, tem que ir o triângulo do meio com uma linha imaginária e fazer teorema de Pitágoras. Depois vai fazendo mais teoremas e você consegue. Olha, eu não fazia a menor ideia de como do que era uma apótema. Obrigado por esclarecer. Troskovitz. Acho que sul, né? Pra cá. Vou perguntar pra esse cara se estou no lugar certo. Ele não vai falar comigo, né? Fala comigo. Não? Ok. Nossa, eu juro, eu agradeci tanto por alguém riscar o livro da escola pública. Vandalismo do bem. Eu tô passando por onde? Acho que eu tô vindo pra cá. É, eu tô vindo pra cá, eu não quero vir pra cá. Eu quero vir pra cá. Seu carisma for maior que 20, sua armadura será considerada 15. Eu não sei qual é o meu carisma. 12, 14, não. Movido pela vingança, após matar um oponente, combate na burguês, em cidades, vilarejos e arredores, você ganha um bônus de mais 1 de força, agilidade, vitalidade e eloquência. Herança de Martim. Seu pai Martim ensinou ser modesto, honesto, direto, trabalhador, amar seu objetivo como mais velho, deve inspirar os jovens, ele mesmo viveu dessa forma. O tempo de Martin acabou, mas você dá continuidade ao seu gás, você melhora mais rápido suas habilidades de esgrima, criação e sobrevivência, pois toda experiência adquirida será 10% maior. Pô, isso é muito bom. Herança de Hadzig. Você melhora mais rápido as habilidades de armas pesadas e erudição. Pois não. Herança de Marti. Pois esse herói local também é legal, mas eu acho que é herança de Marti. Seria foda se o plot fosse Prof. Me ama, ele que rabiscou meu livro. Existe a possibilidade. É meio perigoso, inclusive, mas existe a possibilidade. Bota 7 léguas, se você usar botas consertadas por você mesmo, corre rápido, construindo em cima de ganho, você vai ver mais tempo e ir mais longe. Caimento perfeito, armaduras e roupas consertadas por você, que vermelho fazem menos barulho e sem usadas. Legal. Se o equipamento danificado 10% mais julgar, não sendo necessário consertá-lo com tanta frequência, meu amigo, separa os feitos por artesão isso aqui. Procure. Você pode mandar relato farejar locais, interesse local, e liberar. Eu ia ficar tão feliz e ia parar de ser sozinha. Eu sou dessas. Oh meu Deus.
God be with you. You must be parched. What say you have a drink with us?
God be with you.
Podemos sair na porrada?
God be with you, noble sir. I'm Henry of Skalitz, and I serve the Lord of Lipa.
Sir Kunesh of Belevitz. Poor as a church mouse, but a free man once again.
A free man again? What happened to you, Kunesh?
The greatest of misfortunes befell me. Figuring out this war is a job
É
and
que
a
nem o
half.
povo quando eu ligo a
This
câmera,
feuding
Deus tem
between the
homem
royal
atrás de
brothers is
você.
damn muddled, all right.
Precisely. I gambled on Jobst over Sigismund a few years back. Only his Hungarian cavalry soon routed us, and I spent 2 years in captivity.
Eu buguei um pouco nessa sua última mensagem. É que nem um povo quando eu ligo a câmera, meu Deus, tem um homem atrás de você. Nossa, que merda. Eu ia encontrar ele e tal, ia ser hit. Não entendi nada dessa sua última mensagem.
You were held captive. What was it like?
Hardly wondrous, I'll tell you that. But what irritated me most was being powerless to do anything. It's all those blasted Hungarians' fault. They can shove my silver up their arse and then lick it and kiss it for all I
Que
care.
isso, meu querido?
I totally agree. Sigismund is plundering the kingdom and torching the castles of lords loyal to King Wenceslas.
What a bloody awful affair this war is. In my day, men would fight with honor and integrity, not stab each other in the back.
My sentiments exactly, Sir Kunesh.
Why, young man, I see you stand with Wenceslas, eh? I tell you, though, he's the one who dragged our land into this mess.
How so? It was the Hungarians who captured you, wasn't it?
Because I was a fool. But I've realized that the only competent king here is Sigismund.
2 aulas de matemática e uma de sociologia. Ai, credo, sociologia, não. Ai. Não, me dê 10 aulas de matemática, mas não me dê uma de sociologia e filosofia. É muito chato.
I disagree with you, sir. Sigismund is a scoundrel who will do our land no good. Again?
That's what often happens in war. Still, for the good of the country, I'll side with Sigismund in the end. Especially considering what a drunkard and fornicator that brother of his is.
Wenceslas stands up for his people.
Wenceslas can't even see the tip of his nose, and things are only getting worse.
Esse professor de sociologia é aqueles novinhos, nossa, ele é tão galera. Isso eu entendi.
Sigismund's no king. He's nothing but a murderous thief. I challenge you to a duel, sir.
What? You want to fight me? You're not a noble, but what do I care? Making you skip and jump will amuse me, whelp.
So you have a weapon? Big deal. To the stocks with
Cacete?
madman. Why'd he do it?
Take that. Oh, no, you don't. You win, young man. But things will only get worse. Mark my words. Wenceslas will do nothing but throw the land back into turmoil. Here's a few groschen to show you I'm a man of honor.
Thank you. I'll remember you as a chivalrous knight, Sir Kunesh.
O pior que o cara lutava bem. Achei que eu ia perder. Esse professor de sociologia que eles não viram. Nossa, ele é tão galera que usa os alunos como exemplos e. Exemplos tipo, nosso amigo tal fez uma empresa e tal, que fica fazendo piadinha. E eu tenho uma cara séria mortal, odeio brincadeira de professor. Sinto que ele não gosta de mim também. Mas eu finjo que gosto dele e ele finge que me atura. É isso, é tudo um fingimento, cada um segue sua vida e é isso aí. Tem que aturar ele por um ano, ele tem que te aturar por um ano, não tem muito o que fazer. Se ninguém ofende diretamente ninguém, paciência. Direita ou esquerda? Esquerda tem algo interessante. Quanto de vida? 56. Tem que ser. Tem que ser assim. Ataque espada totalmente carregado, eu não uso ataque carregado, hora do espetáculo. Após executar um combo de espada ou golpe de mestre, você recupera instantaneamente parte do seu vigor e pode atacar novamente. Gladiador. Se você usar uma espada de uma só mão enquanto contém uma outra livre. Sabedoria dos pagens, seu nível de artesanato conta como 3 níveis acima quando estiver forjando. E todas as armas semelhantes à espada sofrem 25% a menos de dano em combate. Tirar o escudo. Não, isso fica. Eu achei que ia viver meu romance de ensino médio esses anos, tô pedindo demais. Ah, você tá em qual Qual etapa do ensino? Segundo, primeiro, terceiro ano? Terceiro? É, ainda tem metade de um ano pela frente. Se acontecer, aconteceu. Se não... paciência. Tá, cheguei em Semine. Pior que eu não queria ter vindo pra Semine, eu vim pro lugar errado. Ai, é muito difícil se guiar nesse mapa. Minha sala só tem uns moleque merda burros. Quando diziam que mulher amadurece mais rápido, eu achava que era meme. Não, não é meme não.
I'm looking for the Takoff blacksmith's cart. Have you seen it?
Loads of carts come past here. There's going to be a wedding, and they need supplies. Try asking Captain Nog. He keeps an eye on supplies. He'll probably be in the courtyard.
Thanks.
É por aí
And
mesmo.
watch yourself
É
when
daí
you
pra
go into the
pior.
courtyard.
Why?
We've got some wedding guests from Moravia. They're in pretty high spirits. It's still a while till the wedding, but them gents is already getting into the swing of things.
Por quê? O que aconteceu pra quase desencadear uma guerra civil? Verdade, eu acho que eu consigo um cavalo aqui. Tá, consigo.
So I says to him, "No, father, I haven't been
Falando de religião a
fornicating.
respeito.
I've just been loving my neighbor."
Esse tipo de roda, quando envolve religião, sempre dá um probleminha. É impressionante.
Oh, you should have seen him. He went as late as a
Ela
cardinal's
falou
hat.
sobre pessoas que pregam nas ruas, dizendo que elas têm o direito delas. A maioria ali era da igreja.
Me? I'm not a servant.
Oh, I know. Old Samine is saving supplies for the wedding later. But you didn't need to bother your wee head about that.
Look, I'm not from here.
Oh. I didn't give a fuck what you pray. You speak our language, do you not?
Well, Yarko, seems to me this fella doesn't know how to behave toward his betters.
The old man's hired hands are lacking in manners. We'll soon fix that.
Eita. Aí eu comi a boca quando tava todo mundo em silêncio. Eu falei, mas também ninguém merece ficar ouvindo, né?
What are you doing? Why did you do that? Fuck you! Bad luck!
Hey, James! Stop fighting!
Christ! Shit! Fucking hell! Come on!
Eu falei com a boca quando eu tava todo mundo em silêncio. Mas também ninguém merece ficar ouvindo, né? Aí todo mundo me olhou assim, depois eu já tava ali, fui terminar e desenvolvi meu pensamento. No final, uma galera concordou. Ainda bem que houve paz e respeito e não uma terceira guerra nuclear.
Grandad? Why, Grandad? An old captain like you probably still remember the flood.
True enough, Yurko. I am old. And I remember all sorts of things. Like you. when you were a little nipper running around here bare-arse, with a ribbon in your hair, screaming out how you was Princess Sophie. Poor lad, hadn't a moment's peace from his big sisters.
What about that way?
Who in God's name are you?
Henry. The Takoff blacksmith sent me. Radovan.
Blacksmith, eh? Then you'll have some explaining to do. Come along and never mind that fool Yurko. Young Samin's getting married, so we has to put up with his kin from Moravia.
We'll be needing a dozen geese. And I must tell
O
Vasha
irônico é
to
que a
get
maioria
3
das
pigs
pessoas
ready for
religiosas
slaughter.
são os caras. Os tatuados que
carters will
vivem
have to be sent to
objetificando as
Yetchin to get at
mulheres
least a
não
peck of
fazem
poppy
nada
seed for
durante a aula e
cakes.
fazem piadas
And
preconceituosas.
gingerbread
Vou fingir que tô
spices.
surpresa.
Oh, and wine, too.
Acontece.
It's almost all gone.
Acontece nas
What we
melhores
bought
famílias.
only last week.
Enter!
Sorry to intrude, sir. This is Henry, Blacksmith Radovan's hand.
Oh, excellent. Dorothy, leave us now. Just make sure that there's plenty of everything so long as it doesn't cost
Eita.
too much.
Corre lá, corre lá.
Not
Vai perder a
another
aula.
word!
É
Leave
pertinho da
us.
escola? Sua casa? Eu volto umas 9, eu acho, guys. Se você ainda estiver na live, eu apareço de
Who's
novo.
going to unload it
Ah,
all?
ok,
It's a
ok.
whole cartload.
Não sei se eu ainda vou estar em live,
Radovan
mas
sent me,
se
so,
tiver, eu vou
but
estar te
not with
esperando.
the goods.
Vai lá e boa
The thing
aula,
is,
Pollen.
he's missing his cart, along with the carter in his hands.
What? But they never came here. Are you telling me they got lost?
Well, I couldn't tell you what happened to them, sir, but it's my job to find them.
There are all sorts of vermin roaming the countryside,
Oh, no
sir.
need to imagine the worst right off, gnarly.
Às vezes pode surpreender, vai que é boa.
Anyway, I need the load from that cart, so saddle up your old nag and we'll ride out, Captain. I could do with a breath of fresh air. I've had it up to the eyeballs with counting geese and pies.
What about Henry here, sir?
Well, what about him?
We could use an extra pair of hands. You know how my shoulder's acting up. Yurko is shit-faced, and your son...
The older has work to do. All right, take Henry with you if you want. Just so long as he doesn't slow us down.
Thank you, sir. So, lad, you going with us? I hope you're happy about it.
Yeah. I'll be glad to help you.
Oh, you reckon we can't manage on our own?
No, that's not how I meant it.
Take it easy, son. I'm only yanking your pizzle. By the way, the fellas at the gate say you came here on foot.
Yeah, I did.
Christ above. And how are you going to ride with us? On the back of my saddle? You're a bit big for that, ain't ya? And I'm a bit too old.
I figured I'd just run along behind you.
You could, but even with them young legs of yours, you'd hold us back. You're in need of a horse.
Well, those don't come cheap.
True. But your luck's in, lad. Our groom brought in a grey nag not long ago. Tell him you've got to ride out with us, and he'll give it to you for a decent price.
All right. Thanks.
Well, that should be that. Unless you've got any more questions.
Actually, there is something I'd like to ask about. This Yurko and his mates, who are they?
They're Lord Samin's kin. They're fine as long as they don't get too much booze inside them.
Only they're from Moravia, so they're never far from the booze.
But what can I tell you, lad? Each to himself. Besides, they stick with the family when push comes to shove. And you can't say that about everyone.
And you, sir? What is it you do?
Well, son, I wonder if I haven't made a mistake about you. If you haven't figured me out by now, you can't be very bright.
No, I just meant, what exactly is it you do for Lord Semi? And your name isn't exactly very common.
I'm the captain here, and I'm sure I don't have to tell you what a captain does. As for my name, it's a nickname Lord Samin's grandpa gave me. May he rest in peace. When I joined his service as a young fella, I took my gnarly club with me. Wouldn't use anything else. I was used to it. And more than once helped me to, well, win an argument. I broke many a hard skull with it. And it's still in one piece. We've been together so long, we even share the same name.
You're lucky you didn't turn out to be Captain Knob.
Or Captain Headcracker. You're right.
We should probably get going.
That we should. But it's getting pretty late. We need daylight for a search like that. Come back in the morning and we'll set out. If you want, stay here. You'll get a bit of grub in the kitchen and you can sleep in the barn. God bless.
Greetings to you too.
God grant you health.
Excuse me?
Hail.
Wait, that's my Pebbles. My girl. I thought they killed you down by that pond.
Greetings. Do you need something?
That grey horse you have grazing here is mine.
What do you mean, yours? I bought it fair and square. I admit, it was only for a few groschen from some suspicious lad who found it down by the Rock Tower Pond, but that horse is not branded, so it belongs to me now.
Look at me.
I am looking.
Take a good look.
Aye, I am.
And what you see?
Hmm? A simpleton?
Look. You know they attacked an entourage by that pond, right?
Aye, I heard about it. That news spread through the land like wildfire.
And the one who sold it to you told you he found it by the pond, right?
Well, he did, aye.
So it's not entirely impossible she belonged to me.
Maybe not impossible, but I paid for her.
Aye, but just a few groschen. You said so yourself. Wouldn't you rather be in the good graces of someone who might have been part of that expedition?
Maybe so. All right, I'll give her to you. But you owe me one. Go and get her then. If she remembers you, she might even come when you whistle for her. We're gonna miss that one.